What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the farm. Hey, in this video, we are going to be finishing up our shed build. We are going to go ahead and get the rest of the siding put on, and we're also going to finish off the roof. So, hey, enough talking. Let's get to work. Today, we are finishing up our loafing shed in our back pasture. But here first, we are going to do something that we needed to do to continue to be able to grow our herd out here on the farm. And we need to get all 4 of our cattle vaccinated and regular worming. So they're gonna get 3 shots today. A good friend of mine, shout out to Rhett, his family has been kind enough to let me not only use a trailer of theirs, but to use their cattle working systems to work my cows, which is super kind, so thank you so much. But I've actually got the trailer out here. It's one of their family trailers they've had for years and years, and it really hasn't been used a whole lot. So I'm gonna just give it a rundown. I need to fix a couple things on it. I need to throw some air in the tires, and then I need to run into town one more time. This morning I went and got a couple syringes, some repeater syringes, just so I can have something that I can use in the future. And then I also need to grab some different size needles after just doing some research. I've never done this portion of it through a chute. Every time that I've ever worked cows in my life, I've done it kind of out in the pasture and on horseback and roping them, tying them down, branding them, doing all their shots and stuff while they're laying there on the ground. So I've never done it through a chute, so we're gonna learn today. And not only are we gonna learn today, we're gonna learn by ourselves because that's the best way to do it. My father-in-law might come with us. I may actually go pick up his cows as well. Long story short, the vaccinations that I buy are 10 dose vials, and obviously I only need 4 of those doses. So I reached out to my father-in-law and see if he wanted to vaccinate a few of his cows as well. So we might be hauling quite a bit of cattle today, running them through the chute, but that will just be the first part of this video, and then we will finish up that loafing shed in the back pasture. All right, we didn't film a whole lot, but we were able to get them worked. Thank you so much to the people who let us use this place. It's got a sweep in it, and it just works really good. It was still a pain in the butt, but we got it done. All right, we are back here at the shop. I don't think I would have been able to film much of that. Number one, loading the cows was extremely difficult. I ended up putting... We took one of my father-in-laws over there as well so we could run them through the chute. We were trying to get both of his, but one of them got smart and she did not come to us. So we only got one of his loaded up. And then at our house, we had a heck of a time getting our cows in the chute. We put them in the no man's land, and then we pushed them back into the trailer using the no man's land, which is fine and dandy. But our littlest calf, Rosie, which I don't think I ever told y'all her name. Her name is Rosie. She is kind of crazy. I've always been told that Brahmin cattle have a crazy gene. And I'm 95% sure she's got it because this girl broke 3 strands of barbed wire today. She also cut her face open on said barbed wire because she just wouldn't go into the trailer. All 3 of the other cows were in the trailer except for her, and she decided to run directly through a barbed wire fence. So I'll be doing some repairs on that soon. It definitely gave me some ideas on how I want to fashion that, because I thought the no man's lane was perfect. It's an alley kind of, but turns out they need almost more direction as far as, loading up onto a trailer. So thankfully my father-in-law was here with me and was able to kind of guide them in. But once we got over to the facility, it went well. I went ahead and took a video of Violet in the chute, and it seemed that everything was going well there. The calves were crazy. Obviously, they've never been handled like that. So the cows, they kind of knew. Once I got them in the sweep and got them, in the alley, they knew what they were doing. They went into the catch gate just fine. Thankfully, the place that we used had an auto catch head gate, which was super helpful. Except for my father-in-law's cow has horns, and so her head was too big with the horns to go through the auto catch gate. Just for clarity, we used a Calvary 9-way, or Calvary 9 is the brand. I think it's covers 9 different things, and then we used a Vista once was the respiratory, and then we also gave Valcor dewormer, which is a injectable dewormer instead of like a drench, which sometimes you see. But we went ahead and did a sub-Q injection of those 3. With our cows, we gave 2 mils of the Calvary 9 and the Vista, just like the label said. And then with the Valcor, the worming medicine, we take 2 mils per 110 pounds of body weight. So we just estimated, and they are back here in the back pasture. Like I said, it was really hard to film because we were just kind of moving constantly. I probably could have set a camera up to try to watch me and my father-in-law catch these cows. But honestly, I would have forgot the camera was even there because I was so frustrated, especially with with Rosie. She was starting to take me off a little bit. And so we got them loaded up. We got them vaccinated. I'm going to clean this trailer out, and then we will call it a night here. And most likely we'll see you tomorrow. I might be able to work on the loafing shed just a tiny bit. But that's what we're going to do to wrap up this video, is hopefully get way further along on the loafing shed build. All right, this is where we got to today, and you may be thinking to yourself, that looks terrible. And to answer your question, I know it does, and there's for good reason. So this is the new R panel that we had to purchase, and then this paneling ended up being a different type of paneling. It's older because obviously it was on a carport that was probably built in the 90s. But hey, free metal is free metal. I'll come in with the power washer and some detergent and clean this off to the best of my ability. And then I'm going to attempt to paint the siding. It's going to be a 10-footer. So if you're 10 foot away, looks great. When you get up close to it, it might be a little janky, but that's the way I roll. But I'm going to try my best to match the color of our shop and our house, which you can't see from here. But I'm just going to spend the rest of my daylight here kind of cleaning up, throwing some more screws in this. There's actually a cold front blowing through tonight, and the temperature's supposed to drop. So the good news is the wind's blowing out of the north, and we have a wall up now. So the cows can at least seek refuge in the structure. We still have no roof on it, and the hope and plan is after church tomorrow to come in here and start putting a roof on, which means we need to cut our angles in the siding. All right, we are back at it today. As you can hear probably in the background, the wind is howling outside, which means that I'm going to hold off on working on the shed build because of two reasons. Number one, being up there, cutting that extra sheeting off the top. I would hate for one of those pieces to get loose and cut me or fly and hit something. So what we're gonna do is we are going to do a much needed, I guess an upgrade to the fence. I'm not really gonna call it an upgrade, but when we were loading the cows into the trailer the first time, what we did is we put them into our no man's land. And my thought was to put them in the no man's land, back the trailer up, kind of corral them into the trailer using that no man's land. And it worked, but unfortunately, our youngest calf, Rosie, she didn't really get the memo. She's also kind of crazy. And she ran through the barbed wire fence twice. Actually did it 2 different times. It didn't hurt her, but it didn't probably feel good to do that. So what I'm gonna do now is I've got some old cattle panels that I bought originally to put a little fence across the creek down there. So I'm gonna go ahead and just set them up against that fence, and then I'm gonna try to weld them on today. I've got the truck already hooked up to the welder, and we're just gonna go out and try our best to fight the wind a little bit, but we're gonna try to get those panels welded on because on Saturday, today is actually Tuesday, on Saturday, we are taking our cows and the calves over to a friend of ours' house, but he also does AI. And just as soon as I came over here, look who got through. This is where Rosie busted through the fence last week. She just broke the wire plumb off of here. But I'm guessing OG decided to come up here and eat some of the fresh grass. So that's fun. All right, change of plans. I was gonna weld all this on, but if I ever wanted to come in and do something different here, which I don't plan to, but it would be nice to be able to come in here and do something differently if I had to. So I'm gonna use the remaining clips that we used for our fence, and I'm just gonna tie this to the fence right here. This panel's not in great shape either. And then I'll just come in here, probably at this. And then what I was saying is I'll probably just come in and cut it right above this line here. This fence is slanted, but I did it to where it was level. So go ahead and do this. This is the really only side that I need to do. The other side is blocked by the gate. So I'll just tie this on, see where we're at. mind the wind, y'all, but this is what we got. So I went ahead, connected our panel here. This is just on there with our ties from our fence, these little twist-ons. And then, what I was saying over here, the gate kind of blocks this side. There is just a tiny little gap right there, but thankfully enough, I've got a little bit of extra panel. So when I go to load them on the trailer on Saturday, I should just be able to kind of position this kind of like that. So position it like that so they can't get behind it. That only gives them one way to go, and it's right there, which the trailer will be there. So eventually in my working chutes that I'm gonna have over here, we are gonna have a little cut gate and a little alleyway that will lead to a fence that connects to our outside fence over here. So when I go to load them on a trailer, I can just load them into the working pins and then just run them through the sweep, just like I would if I was working them in the chute. And then I would open that cut gate, have them go, and it's just a straight shot straight in the back of a trailer. So that will just help me in the future. But for right now, obviously, we are making do with what we got. I'm gonna go ahead and pack up, head in the house, help cook dinner, and we will see y'all another day. So here is our finished product. We are looking great. Everything turned out pretty good. My measurements were almost perfect. We will have to come in and do a little bit of trimming on the roof. I'll show you real quick. Just where the overhang went a little bit too far, but got about a 2-foot overhang over here. I was gonna do a foot on the front, foot on the back, but I really didn't want to give the wind any place to grab hold. So eventually I'll come in and cut that. We're cleaning up trash while we're doing it. But this is gonna be it for now. I'll probably come and pressure wash the outside of it here in the next couple days off camera. But for the most part, we are looking great. And we now have a place for the cows to go, to get out of the wind, to get out of the rain. And the hope is this will do it for them. So we'll probably grab a small bale from our pile of older bales and kind of break it up in here, give them somewhere to lay down, and the hope is they use it. And something you might notice is that there are currently no cows out here, and that is because they are at another place and we are getting them AI'd. So that is artificial insemination. We get to pick the genetics that we bring onto our farm here. And so I've already picked the bull. I've already bought the sample that has been shipped here. And here in the next few days, I will actually be going over and actually artificially inseminating those cows and growing our herd a little bit more here in 2026. With that being said, this is the last video of 2026. Today is actually Christmas Day, if I haven't said it already. But I hope you and your family have a beautiful Christmas. I hope your New Year's safe. And I'm just praying that 2026 brings blessings and brings blessings to our farm as well. We'll continue to work hard out here. We've got a lot of awesome plans for 2026 when it comes to the farm. So I will definitely take you along with us. And with that being said, for the last time in 2025, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey with us. And like I always say around here, keep putting one foot in front of the other and don't get caught at the crossroads. We'll see ya.